Python Papi. We're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, today we're going to pick up with some light reading that we left off with yesterday inside of our Moccasin module. So let's dive right in. As soon as it gets pulled up, we can dive in. And also, now that we have a basic understanding, we'll write another test. Let's write a test to check if we can update the favorite number correctly. So we're going to say define test update favorite number function. Inside that function, we're going to say favorites contract, which is going to be our variable. And inside that variable, we're going to store our deploy favorites function. And then we're going to say favorites contract dot store 100. And then we're going to assert that our favorites contract should retrieve the number 100 from our contract. Now this test checks if we can update the favorite number to 100 correctly. So our complete test favorites.py file now looks like this. We would have from scripts.deploy, import deploy favorites, and then we would have define test deploy favorites function. Inside that original function, we have our favorites contract, our variable, and we're going to have our equals deploy favorites function. And here we're going to assert our favorites contract should retrieve the number 42. Remember, this is our original number. Then we're going to go back inside and we're going to say define test update favorite number function. And then again, we're going to say favorites contract equals deploy favorites. And then we're going to say favorites contract dot store 100. And then we're going to assert that our favorites contract should retrieve the number 100. Now, remember when I said that both numbers had to add up or the contract would fail? Now, you can notice we went from 42 to 100. Our contract is going to be okay because of this store function here. So originally, we retrieved the 42, which was our original starting number. Then we came back into our contract. We stored a new number, which is 100. And then we asserted that we wanted our favorites contract to retrieve the new number that we stored, which should be equal to 100. So that's why everything should run good with the contract when it's deployed, even though we switch numbers. Also notice we don't have to use the return keyword in our test because we are not returning anything from the test functions. We are just using them to run our test. Now this is it for this section on introduction to Moccasin testing. That's basically all of the basic concepts that goes into the testing inside of Moccasin. So from here we're going to be moving forward. So stay tuned for that. But of course I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.